Did you know that the average Canadian household throws away $1,700 worth of food every year? $1,700 you could be putting in your bank account every year? It's because of these three reasons. We buy too much, we don't plan our food, and we don't know how to store it properly. So let's talk about how you can plan your meals in 30 minutes or less every month. Also, quick caveat, because we're talking about meal planning, not meal prepping. Meal prepping definitely takes a little bit more time. I'm going to tell you the secret that has helped us keep on track the best, and it's to rough out all of our meals in one sitting once a month. We're talking 30 minutes or less. Having a meal plan means that you'll know what you're going to buy at the grocery store. So rather than just standing in the aisles, trying to remember the ingredients to your pumpkin waffles, but failing, and feeling so distracted by all the sales and all the signs and all the things. And while you're standing in that grocery aisle, you're trying to remember also what food you have at home, because that's almost impossible to remember. So instead, you've planned your meals. You have a grocery list. Now you can zip around the grocery store just buying just what you need. Then you're not wasting money. You're not throwing away money, food. And you don't have those panicky nights where everybody's tired and hangry. How often do you go grocery shopping and you just are buying whatever looks nice or tasty? I've been there, I've done that. Or you could be browsing your favorite grocery app. That's me. That's how I grocery shop these days. But seriously, I'm going around going like, ooh, that looks good. Oh, I need to get kale because I want to be more healthy this year. And maybe I'll make a 3-tier birthday cake. You're not really shopping. You're daydreaming and your wallet has to pay for it. So having that meal plan means you know what you're going to buy. You can zip around that grocery store, buy the things that you want to buy, but that are on the list. Stick to the list. Are you ready for this? 30 meals in 30 minutes. Here's how I do it. Step 1, gather all your recipes, your family favorites, your Pinterest board platters, food that you usually get from the restaurants, all those kind of meal ideas. Gather them up, figure out what you like. Aim for 80% regular meals that you normally would cook and make, and another 20% that are like the fun, new stuff that you just want to try, or maybe it's seasonal, or it just takes extra time. Now grab your planner or your calendar and look at your days. Figure out what days you have some more time to cook and what days you don't have as much time to cook. What days are you going to have company over? And when do you need to clean out the fridge because you're going to be leaving on a trip? Work all that out. Now match the meals to the days when you have the time to cook them. And not just cook, but prep and cook. Use your crock pot on nights when you just need to get the meal out, eat, and leave. Or do finger foods for those quick nights. Now you might plan your meals and then realize you're having ground beef 4 nights in a row, and that can get real boring real fast. Here's what we try to do. We try to mix up the main ingredients. So chicken, beef, pork, then we might jump back to chicken, do seafood, beef, vegetarian, something just to mix it all up so we're not having the same things over and over. Now you have your meals roughed in for the whole month. Good job, good for you. You're not quite done yet. You're done for the month, but now every week before you go grocery shopping, have a peek in your fridge, your freezer, your pantry, see what food you have on hand. Also review, did your schedule change? Did something come up that you weren't expecting and now you don't have as much time, or maybe you have more time than you thought? Figure out what food you need to make your meals, and then double check your pantry, fridge, freezers, wherever you store your food to make sure that you actually have those foods on hand. Make a list of the foods that you still need. Now every night, finalize your plan for the next day. Pull out that food you need to thaw out. Get the crock pot ready. Make your sauce, marinate your meat, whatever it is you need to do. Try and do it the night before. Now the day has come. It's time to make your meal. In the morning, finish any prep work that you can so you can make the night go as smooth as possible. And then in the evening, just follow through as best you can. Some days are gonna go good and some days aren't. I promise you, the more that you meal plan, the faster you'll get and the better it'll be. Let's go over some tips for success. If you're chopping up veggies one night, maybe you could just chop up some more for a night that you have planned ahead. One thing that I really like to do is I take a Ziploc bag, I'll put it in a cup, and then while I'm making my sauce for one night, I'll double it and I'll put the other half of the sauce in the Ziploc bag, and then I put that bag in the freezer. Now I have a sauce ready. I can add my meat to it and my meal's ready in 30 minutes. If you're cooking meat one night, maybe you double it and plan to cook extra meat for a night ahead. Like when we have hamburger for spaghetti, we'll take out a third of it and put it aside for tacos for a few days later. I just put it in the fridge. It's just fine for a few days. Purposely leave one night open for leftovers. Don't be afraid of leftovers. Don't. You will not die by eating leftovers. Sometimes they're not as tasty, but it saves you so much money. Trust me. We use our leftovers for other meals or for lunch. And some days, like when we're having it for dinner, we're having leftovers for dinner, everybody's eating something different because we're just eating little bits and pieces of the meals that we've had previously. That's okay. Or sometimes we'll take leftover, say we had rotisserie chicken one night. So we'll take the leftover chicken that we had and we'll make chicken soup with it. So again, you don't have to go all out and plan all 30 meals and then be great and amazing with it. Plan just one night a week. Can you just do one night? Just make a plan. This is what we're doing on Sunday. This is what we're doing next Sunday. This is what we're doing the next Sunday. And then you add on a day every week until finally you're there. You're planning out your whole month. Habits take time to build, and we have to give them time so that we can be successful. All right, so what about the other group? This is the people who don't want to be tied down by a meal plan. They don't want to have spaghetti on the day they put spaghetti. It's okay. You don't have to. We don't either. I rough out the whole month, and on the day we have spaghetti, maybe we're not feeling like spaghetti. So you know what we do? We just trade it with another day. It's totally fine. We try to keep within the week that we planned the meals, so then that way I already have the ingredients that I've planned for. But you don't have to do the meals that you actually plan to do. And some nights when I'm not feeling the greatest, we just fall back on those easy staples. Mac and cheese, Ichiban, frozen pizza, whatever it is. It's okay to have a fallback plan. Having a rough outline makes us feel confident and organized. We know what we're going to have for that day so that we don't have to think about it. You get less decision fatigue. You feel less stressed. We can take the time to take the ingredients out, make sure we actually have the ingredients in the pantry or the fridge or the freezer or wherever. And we try to have at least one night a week where we don't actually have a plan. We either are going to eat leftovers, we can go out to eat, or we can maybe try a new recipe. This helps break up the boredom of having the same meals month after month after month. The last thing we need to talk about is how to make meal planning more efficient. Because doing this all by pen and paper is great as a starting point, but doing it digitally can save you even more time. I use the Plan to Eat app. The founder of the app said, Plan to Eat was designed for people who like to do traditional pen and paper meal planning and want to do it in a digital format. The app has 3 main components. It's a fully customizable digital recipe library. That's my favorite feature. It's a meal planning calendar and an automated shopping list. That's right, you add your meals to the calendar and it creates a shopping list for you. So my favorite and most often used feature is the recipe book. You can add recipes in multiple ways, and they have a YouTube channel that I will link down below so you guys can check that out. But usually what I'm doing is importing recipes right from websites. I can copy the URL and import it, or you can even use the share button and share it directly to Plan to Eat. You can add any personal notes you want to the meal. You can change the food so it suits your tastes and the way that you cook. It's fully customizable. It is like amazing. You can also manually input recipes by typing them in on your phone or your computer. It's totally useful on your desktop as well. And one of the cool features is that you can take a picture of a cookbook, the ingredients list, and it'll import it directly into the recipe that you're creating. Tons of time saved there. What I'm starting to utilize more is the meal planning calendar. Since we're talking about meal planning, it only makes sense. I add my dinner ideas to the meal plan, and like magic, it populates the shopping list. And the items consolidate. So if you have 4 recipes that need 4 onions, it'll list 4 onions instead of onion, 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 onion. It also separates the shopping list by aisle. So when you're going into the grocery store, you know these are the canned items I need, these are the frozen items I need. Then you're not running back and forth across the store. And before I go to the grocery store, I have a look in my fridge, pantry, freezer, and I can check the things off of my shopping list that I already have so I don't rebuy them. And then it has the feature you can print the list too. So you could print a list and take it to the grocery store with you, or you can take it your phone directly with you and go from that. I have an affiliate link for the Plan to Eat app. You can get 20% off of your annual membership fee by using my link. And the app has a 14-day free trial too. So try it out and see how easy it is to get your Pinterest dream dinners onto the supper table. I will earn a commission when you purchase a subscription using my link, just so you know. But seriously, if you want to save time, give it a shot. You got nothing to lose. Good luck meal planning. I wish you all the best, and I will talk to you in the next video.